This is actually a metaphor for our entire experience right there. I'll go back and delete the prior live stream where
I think you should.
or may not have called somebody a moron. And then we're just restarting. Welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing, where everything is bright and shiny.
Do-over. This is our do-over chance.
So my day started awesome today, though.
So Patrick goes, I go, those are some strong words. And he goes, they all get it.
I go, they've all been there.
Yeah, no, he goes, they've all been there.
They've all been there. I dealt with somebody yesterday who at the end, I basically was like, so what you're saying is you can't help me and you knew you couldn't help me? And she basically was like, yes. I'm like,
that's annoying.
You just stole an hour of time from me.
Because,
that I will never get back.
We can't get that back. And for us at this point, time is the most important thing in my life.
Because I can't get enough time with you, my dear.
Wow, he is sassy this morning. That's because, well, you know what? You can get it back because this is the magical weekend of fall back. You're going to get that hour back, Patrick. You're going to get it.
No, there's still only 24 hours in a day.
No, we have 25 hours in a day for one day.
No, you get 23 hours one day and 24 hours the next. You don't get an hour back.
You do that hour over again, though. You do.
No, you don't.
You don't get it taken away. You get an extra one, Patrick.
No.
I had to think about it for a minute because usually he is right, but he was wrong just then. You get another hour. You get 24 hours that day, and then the next day you get 25.
You don't. You get 23 hours one day and 24 hours the next. Just because the clocks change does not automatically add an hour to a day. They only do that with leap year, where you get an extra day to make up for the
when do we get a leap year?
axial wobble of the Earth's
that doesn't
rotation.
But that's just like a full day. It doesn't feel like. I don't care what Patrick says. I love fall back.
She says that, and then for 2 weeks she's like, "Oh, daylight savings time. It's so hard."
That's spring forward.
It doesn't matter.
I don't like
fall
spring
back
forward.
gets you too.
No, fall back doesn't get me. Fall back does not get me.
It doesn't get you for one day, and then it gets you for. We'll see. We'll see what happens next week.
I've never complained about fall back. Ladies, you get another hour. Isn't that amazing? Which I'm gonna need because Patrick's going away this weekend, and those are the weekends.
See, Heather's right. Cutting 2 inches from the end of a quilt and sewing it to the other end does not make your quilt longer.
No, you. Karen? How can you hate fall back? I look at
The only thing she cares about is for one day she can make an excuse to sleep an hour longer. But it's a Sunday, and you sleep till whenever you want on a Sunday anyways.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not true. 224 is the next leap year. Start making plans. Yes. Oh, God, leap year. We get leap year.
So, the first person that I talked to this morning, so I was up super early this morning to talk to
I was cuddling Momo so hard.
Momo was downstairs with me at this point.
Well, he was, but before we left.
So the person I talked to this morning was like, she starts the call, and I'm like, so are you from data migration? And she's like, I'm from data migration. And she's like reading through my history, and she's like, may I just start the call by saying I'm so sorry for your experience yesterday? Because obviously the last person that I dealt with had left notes about
the strong words.
I got off the phone.
The strong words.
I was friendly to her. I'm always like, listen,
yes,
I get that you're trying to help me out here, and I know that this is your job, but the reality is this is why I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
Like, this was what the experience was for me. And she obviously put all of that in her notes because the woman was like, I'm just so sorry.
Yeah.
I think I can
never
help
rude.
you.
He's never rude. He's always professional. He's very patient. And
because I know some people are unconsciously incompetent.
Yeah.
What
and
makes me mad is the consciously incompetent.
Sometimes we don't deal with that here at this store. Sometimes we don't deal with patient, rude and polite. I mean, patient and polite. And so we try to be patient and polite.
Patient and polite is what she was saying.
That's what I just said.
It sounded like patient and impolite.
Patrick can't understand my my strong
Sometimes
Korean
I'm like,
accent.
your mouth is moving, but I can't understand what you're saying.
Like when I say peanut sauce.
She doesn't say peanut sauce. She doesn't. If she said peanut sauce, then that would be totally fine. But what she says
No, you don't need to say it.
sounds very different. And every time she says it, everyone at the table starts laughing.
Oh my God! Still no picture or
I think
sound.
that's a Betty problem this time. I think we're good.
No, you're totally frozen up. Audio coming
No,
through.
but
though.
like the problem is not on our end.
Oh yeah, we're showing all frames. Yeah, I don't know why. So when we get spring rolls, we always get peanut sauce.
If she doesn't
when I
think
say,
about it, what she
"Can you
says
please-"
is peanut sauce. She's like, "Can you pass me the peanut sauce?" No, but there's no T there, and it's just.
That's what we laugh about at our house during dinner. Now,
Well, we just laugh all the time at dinner about something
I-
Jeannie is saying. That's just what happens.
but
Like,
I really try to enunciate every letter in the word peanuts.
so what's funny is she can't control herself because she gets so excited about the Asian food on the table that she's just
me?
like, oh my God, it's peanut. Oh, I need more. I can't get enough of this.
Patrick, stop! That is all him making that up. I am not. So we have Asian food on the table. 80% of the dinners that we have. So.
Oh my God. That's so funny. It's her first live stream. Yeah, welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream. This is what you get.
Wait, we need to talk about something substantial. That's sewing related.
Okay, so first and foremost, 2 additional Sweet as Pie videos went up last night. I did want to talk about something really fast because I have had a couple people that are like, hey, I love your videos. I have had a couple people be like, I don't like the ads on your videos.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I mean, the reality is we monetize the videos that we do for free because we're doing them for free. And like last night is a great example, like a couple hours went into editing, producing, and uploading those videos.
Even though you won't, it doesn't seem like it when you watch it. There was production involved.
Well, it depends. Like if you're watching any of the free videos, free sew along, stuff like that, that stuff gets monetized. And so if you're watching on YouTube, you watch it with ads. And that's just something, it's not a ton of money, but it is something that helps us justify the time, energy, and effort and the fights that go into editing those videos.
We fight because we have poor communication over. Because I'll say.
Actually, one of us has fine communication.
That is not true. That is.
She's like, go forward. And what she's saying is going back. She's like, go back. And what she's saying is going forward. That's kind of what happens all the time.
And then we fight. So I hate most of the time.
We don't really fight. I'm just like, well, so which way do you want me to go?
No, that is not true. When we edit videos, that's like, I think
when
we
we
fight
started
the most.
editing videos, we actually fought really badly.
But we still don't really
we
fight
don't
back.
really fight when we edit videos.
It's just
now.
then I'm like, I'm not doing this with you. I'm so mad.
And then I'm like, what? This is all you wanted to do? Are you serious? Like,
I'm like, don't talk to me. And those are our fights.
I told my daughter at one point, I was like, I mean, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. But
You're the problem.
I'm like, don't do that thing that women sometimes do when they're so mad, and then when they get what they want, they won't take it because they're so mad. That doesn't make any sense.
Kits for This Is How We Roll went out, I don't know, did you order and you haven't gotten yours, Michelle?
Go to Shippo.
Okay. Today, if you ordered the 60-degree ruler, so a whole bunch more are supposed to be coming in today. I've never read that book, Lynn. Is that worth the read?
Oh my God, I read that book.
You read that?
I was like, a woman definitely wrote this book. I'm like, well, I don't even know who wrote the book. But I was like,
you read it?
You had it.
I had it. I never read it.
Had it. When I met you.
And you read it?
Jeannie was like reading all these books about how to get
married.
It's totally true.
That is
when
not
I met
true.
you had all these like relationship books. So I picked up Men Are From Mars.
I do not believe
Women
you.
Are From
Venus.
Venus.
I do not believe you.
You totally did.
That one book.
Well, you had
and
a couple
somebody
of them.
probably gave that to me, and I never even read it.
Well, so I think you.
You bought it.
So
seeing as you're the one that read it, I think you bought it for yourself.
My father, who, if you're new to the live stream, then
is his idol.
My dad was great.
I'm not saying anything, but I wish I'd met him.
My dad was awesome. But one of the things my dad, like, this is like on his deathbed kind of stuff. Like, one of the things that my dad had told me, and he actually told me this a long time before he passed, but one of the things my dad said to me, which has been a lifelong lesson, is, Patrick, don't ever try to understand a woman. Like, they will never make sense to you. Appreciate them for what they are and take them for what they are. But don't ever try to make sense of it, because it's never going to make sense to you. And this is a guy.
That's because we're hormonal.
If I said that, I would be in so much trouble right now.
I've learned a lot of things as I've aged. And sometimes I am not in control of myself. It's my hormones.
See, isn't it nice to have a built-in excuse? I wish I had one of those.
Okay, so you want to have that is not that's not a built-in excuse. That's a built-in reality, and I think women would agree.
So when I'm in the middle of this experience and I'm like, and then later she comes back to like Earth, then she's like,
it doesn't happen anymore.
Then she's like, oh geez, like that was totally crazy. And then and then she's like, and then I'm like, yeah, like try being on the other side of that.
No, you try to be on the inside.
And then she's like, oh yeah, well you try being the one who's totally out of control. And I don't know which one's worse.
You know what? And Michelle Kelly, he is hormonal too.
I'm hormonal too, but in a very different way.
No. No. He is, if I were to say who's like more. And
you asked.
I know, we need HR. We need to file a report right now.
Don't
worry, ladies. We've both been trying to get fired for years.
You don't take either of our words for it. Ask the kids. Who's more consistent? Who's more hormonal?
Patrick! Patrick, I think I'm pretty consistent now. There was a little period where it was little.
No pun intended.
And but I think I'm pretty like consistent now. Now
you're
sometimes
the coolest woman.
Now sometimes I get tired. I do get tired and grumpy. That's not. I don't think I'm really hormonal. You know, ladies, because I'm headed into my twilight.
So, do we have anything to talk about as far as the shop is concerned?
I have non-matching socks today, and I didn't even care. As I was putting them on, I was like, oh, these don't even match. Oh, well, and I just put them on anyways.
This is where your daughter gets it from.
I agree with Patrick. Excuse me, it's a Dep Jr. Is that a gentleman there? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding with you. Men are hormonal.
I'm
and his dad.
hormonal, too.
I think his dad was a really wise man.
No, my dad was a smart dude. My dad's first wife passed. He married my mom. He'd raised a daughter. Like, my siblings were much older than me. So, like, he'd been through it all. He'd kind of seen it. And I received the benefit of his experience. And so there was a lot in there. Now, I always joke that when the student's ready, the teacher appears. So a lot of the stuff my dad said, I was like, yeah, whatever,
that's
Dad.
Jeffrey. That's why Jeffrey.
Ah, there it is. So it's like, it's the...
You know Patrick's a Rhodes, too. But are you a Rhodes like that, Rhodes? Or you
R-H-O-A-D-E-S.
E-S. Okay.
Rhodes is a family name. My Cecilia Rhodes was my grandmother.
Yep.
So,
okay.
And I think at one point it was R-H-O-A-D-S.
And they changed it?
I think so.
Why would they?
There's like a whole backstory
You've
that we don't
never
need to cover.
You've never told me this. Was this during the Gilded Age?
Somewhere in there. So, it was separating families from New York and Wilkes-Barre.
Oh, interesting. You've never told me that.
You'd have to. I don't know much about it. You'd have to talk. I have an ex-sister-in-law, my brother's first wife, who I'm still very close with. Did this whole genealogy and like really dug into the family, and there was like some really cool information in there.
She should share
especially about that side of the family. Like that side of the family was really super interesting.
She should share that with us sometime because, then it's just gone.
So yes, you are absolutely right. That side of the family was incredibly waspy.
Even though we're, well, not we, but Mulligan's very Irish.
No, I'm like
he's
80,
mostly
I'm
English.
80% English. So.
Yes. Okay. Do we have any? We've really wasted your time this morning.
This isn't. Hey, this is.
This is just like let's get our day started.
This is. Hey, welcome to our day-to-day lives.
Okay.
So let's talk about the shop. I'm like literally gonna load up the car and leave. I have a drop off in
He's
Portola. I'll probably be back. I would guess around noon. I would hope around noon.
Yeah, you need to go.
There are some more videos coming. So we've like all the videos that Jeannie had done, not edited, stuff like that.
Which were started back in September.
So the editing of those videos is happening now. I have to
What do you
pack.
mean? It's done, isn't it?
No, the 2 videos we did last night are done and up. They're posted.
Okay.
They're part of the Sweet as Pie
yeah,
sew along.
So Sweet as Pie, all the videos should be there now, and they might not all be there on Facebook. I'll add them to Facebook for our Facebook people, but they should all be there on YouTube at this point.
They are.
So all those people have been like, hey, where's the gather block? And I've been like, I don't know, where is the gather block? And now the gather block is there. So we had to do a little splicing and dicing last night. And didn't we, we got along. We didn't fight.
Yeah, we haven't, like, that fighting that used to happen was, like, actually, that was a while ago. We don't really fight that much anymore.
And it was more miscommunication, his miscommunication. Anyways.
Jeannie's like, go back. And what she was really saying was go forward.
No. No. And then Patrick would be like, where are we? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, maybe I need to listen to it and maybe watch a little to know where we are in the video. I can't just look at a still shot and know.
What's so funny
this is exactly
like
how we argue.
That face she did last night is what she does every time you imitate Jen Barron's. That's your Jen Barron's like voice and attitude.
I don't know. Okay.
So
anyways. So
So Jen, if you ever watch this, that's how she imitates you.
So are you still doing the KB Dealer Joy Reindeer? Okay, so best of, right? Is that what we're talking about? Well, Jenna,
So, yeah.
are we
7,007.
doing the Joy? You know what? Okay, here's an issue with that. You can't get those bags anymore. I don't know what it is with Kimberbell, but they discontinue everything.
You know,
love.
I think they're pulling a Disney. What they're gonna do is like in another year or two, they'll pull something out of the vault and then they'll charge you more money for it.
So I can't get those bags. What bags are we? Because they're so cute on that buffalo black and white print, and you can't even get those anymore. And the other thing that makes me go, I don't know if we're gonna do it, is I'm stinking tired.
So,
And so yeah, and I've got the spring. I did get my whatchamacallit. I did get my instructor pack for. Is it One Sweet Spring? One Sweet Spring. So here, this is what, if you signed up for that event, this is what you're gonna get. That's your little special Ackfeld holder that's gonna come with it. I thought this was big. I thought it was like 40, but it's like this. It's like tiny, but
which is great because you'll be able to get it done.
Well,
during the event,
I don't
the
know
whole
why
9 yards.
I when I read it, this is again my poor reading comprehension, which I always struggled with in school and in life. I thought it was like they were supposed to, like, you're supposed to help them get it started and then they finish on their own. But it is it's going to be like a wall hanging, and so this is it. So anyways, my whole point is I got to work on this. And then I still have to do Merry Christmas, y'all. And then we have a table toppers. The schedule's up for that. More info on Sweet Spring. One Sweet Spring. Let me open the thing and I can show you what it looks like.
So on that note, online orders are up significantly. So if you're new to the store, you're watching the live stream, we appreciate you. We appreciate your business. We're getting to orders as quickly as we can. But just to talk about the reality of it, like, we're also really working to scale. So there's a lot of conversation about the fact we're trying to hire like one of our kids' friends, basically, who's like really good on the computer
that just does
and
order
like
fulfillment.
just does order fulfillment for a couple hours a
Oh,
day.
they still want the reindeer. They still want the reindeer. Oh,
well, but how would you do that if you can't get the bag? Could you do it as a different product?
yeah. You know what I could do? Where is the bag? You can talk to them, Patrick.
So along those lines, though, like, it is taking us a little bit more time. You know, it just occurred to me I didn't bring either of those machines in to ship. I need to go home and get the 15,000 and the 760. So with the deliveries yesterday, the service guys were out of the shop for the day. Alex will be out of the shop with me for about 3 hours this morning. And so we are doing our best to keep up with everything on the service side, but service is probably more like somewhere between 8 to 10 day interval. And with order fulfillment, you know, it might be taking us a little bit longer to get to orders. We normally try to do that the day they arrive or within 24 hours.
Some of them.
We've really kept that pace.
We haven't.
But that pace is becoming unsustainable, which is
Patrick,
awesome.
This is
so
more a conversation.
no, I'm just acknowledging. So if you make an order and it takes us a day to get it out, we appreciate your patience. We're just going as fast as we can.
If you
So-
okay, ladies, if you really want it, I see this is me. I'm a yes girl.
Yeah, this is the problem.
I'm a yes girl. Okay, Jenna Coots, this one goes out to you. Let's do it, but we're not going to do it until the very beginning of December, and I will put it up there if you ladies are okay with it. And if you don't know what we're talking about, don't worry about it. It's so super cute, but it's the reindeer and it says joy. And I'll kit them out, and we're going to use these, and it'll look super cute on these too, don't you think? So this is the buffalo check tote, and
You
then
can still get those, no problem.
I can still get those, no problem. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. And first weekend or the first Monday of December, we're going to be doing the first cutie sew along. So that's going to be January's. I should have more stuff ready to ship out on Monday. We went through all those kits. So if you did order a kit, next week it'll probably get shipped out next week. And then I'm thinking, because we have, we'll do our digital dealer thing on Friday the 2nd, table toppers on the 5th, and then maybe we can do this bag on the 9th. How does that work for you all?
So
I'm putting it on my calendar. We'll put it up on the website.
could they make their own bag and not purchase a
Absolutely,
blank?
Mr. Jeffrey. You can definitely make your own. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. I'm super loosey-goosey with this. So, however you want to do it. And if you want to, you don't have to get the stuff for it. But, well, no. Yeah, whatever you want to do. We'll make it all work out. Got my kit. Thank you. You're welcome. So I'm going to put it up on the calendar. Look for it maybe tomorrow. But we're going to do it on Friday the 9th, and we'll do it at 10:30 in the morning. So that is going to be the, is it the Joy bag? Or it's cute. I actually just looked for ours and couldn't find it. But I will look to see if I can find it, and then I can show it off to you. So we'll do that on the 9th. Best of. This is our best of
Who's
series.
the guy with the gray beard? I'm Patrick.
You're talking about this guy over here? This is my main squeeze. Right, babe? Should we
Yeah.
kiss?
Oh, you're sick. No. I have a trip coming up
Can you
tomorrow.
believe he did that to me?
Here, I'll kiss you. There.
He won't. So I'm surprised he even lets me sit like this. He won't even let me sit next to him on the couch. He makes me sit on the corner. Like, we have a big couch, and it's like one of those L ones. He makes me sit all the way on the other corner.
This is kind of not true. Like, it's true, but it's not true.
You made me move.
So
You asked me to sit on the end of the couch.
Right?
I
have a trip coming up, and I've been looking forward to it very much, and it's been a long
Let
time
me answer
coming.
this question.
So I didn't want to get sick before
Dive
my
bar.
trip.
I like that. Dive bar Steve. That's like a good handle, don't you think? Dive bar Steve. I used to hang out at a lot of dive bars too.
Oh my God!
Like-
That's Steve Dwyer.
That's funny. That should be Steve.
Oh wait, it's Steve Kramer.
My God, that is Steve Kramer's the one that married us. What's happening, Steve? So funny. That is so funny. Okay, I know. Can you believe this? Do you remember when Steve? You remember when he had like dark hair and
I was
no
all
beard?
baby-faced.
He was he was all clean cut and baby faced, and all the men in Vegas loved you. I had to yeah. Anyways, all right. So can't make your kit. When did the join late? Okay, how much are the kits for cuties? They range. They're anywhere, I think, from $21.99 up to like $29.99. Ding 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 ding.
Steve, member of the '70s dreamy boy band.
How many? So we were married.
Virgin.
Do any of you ladies remember that boy band? What was it called? Virgin?
Virgin, I think.
Steve, the one
Was
who
the
married
lead
us.
guitarist.
Yeah, was the guitarist. And how cool are we? We got married by the lead guitarist of a boy band. Is that at the Bellagio in Las Vegas? Yeah, we rule. That's right, Steve. We rule. Okay, so
No one here is old.
nobody here is old enough.
Everybody here is old enough.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Everybody
Steve.
here is
Everyone
old
is.
enough. All right, so I got to get going to Portola. I got to get cash in the register and get going.
I think we talked about everything important. There wasn't really much, but yeah. Sweet as pie, everything's up there now, and I'm gonna be sending out stuff for the Easy Stripe Table Runner. We're gonna be getting that out there too, because I'm just getting in more patterns, more 60-degree rulers, and I think that's it. So
Say hey to MK for us. Give her a kiss for us.
Yeah.
Unless she's sick, then like air kiss her.
then make her sit on the end of the couch. All right, guys,
All right,
have
bye.
a great day. Be creative.